Yo, we're going to be working on the Ice Beam build today. We're centering around the Adamant rail with the aspect of Eris. I'm going to break that down after we get our first Boon. But, let's see what it is. Alright, so Frost Strike and Crystal Beam are two of the things we need in this build. Since the Crystal Beam is epic, we're going to take that first. So we're using the aspect of Eris. The special thing about this is if you stand in your special, it empowers your attack for 8 seconds. We don't want Dionysus, so we're going to switch this. We'll just take the money because we don't want to risk losing too much. Yeah, so again, whenever you shoot your special, if you stand in it, you're going to get empowered in attacks. That's really the basis of what makes this one unique off the other one. You get a nice little attack bonus just from positioning.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay, and we got epic Frost Strike, so this is going great so far.
That it was wonderful to meet with you.
I'll do lightning reflexes. That's not gonna mess up the build at all. Hopefully find another Demeter here. Dionysus. I'm gonna be honest, we probably should have just taken the Dionysus earlier. Because we can get it on our flourish for a status effect, and that's fine. So we're just gonna do that and keep it moving. So we did waste a lot of persuasions trying to get something else aside from the Dionysus there and whatnot. Still ended up taking the Drunken Flourish. It's actually not bad for this build. I'm just hoping to get something else like Doom as my secondary curse. That's fine, honestly, we can work with this. Everything else is going pretty good. Just want to make sure that you're putting out the crystal beams as much as possible, because that's going to be a large majority of your damage. We get Seeking Fire, Explosive Fire, and your attack pierces foes, your attack deals damage and briefly slows. Attack, we'll do Seeking Fire because we already have a slow with the chill. So this is the Seeking Fire is going to allow you to be less accurate, which is fine. We're going to take Hermes.
Just what I need.
Faster Flourish is great for us, so we can pump out more of these.
Not now. Time to face the Furies.
And we're hoping that we get the other hammer where you can do multiples of those. There's one hammer you absolutely don't want to take for this build. It's the one that, so make sure your flourish do more damage, but if you stand in it, it also damages you, so you absolutely don't want to take that. I'm taking a lot of damage here. Where'd you go? Little misstep. But we're okay. Alright.
Let's see how you fare in war.
Oh, so right here we're gonna want to switch to Artemis.
Try another one, maybe. Okay.
So we're either gonna take her dash or her call. Okay, so we're gonna do a Tropic Flourish. Your special deals 114 damage afterwards, 14%. That's great for us. I'm gonna take the key for next persuasion. Alright, so that Chaos Gate really worked as like a double-edged sword for us, so hopefully we can make it work, because we are hurting for some life right now.
Right.
And once we finish these, this is the last okay.
That takes care of that.
So now we're gonna have that extra damage.
Yeah, look at you with extra.
Okay, so we're gonna take Artemis's aid.
I'll make every strike.
If I can get a better dash, I'd rather do that.
They're both here.
We sing and
Alright, so we're gonna go with that. That's what I usually go with.
Till next time.
Hopefully, something good pops up here. Looking at the Artemis.
now here's something for you.
An exchange.
Can't get rid of Crystal Beam. We'll do Hunter's Mark.
Easy does it.
Alright, so we should be pretty strong at this point. Once we get the duo, the Crystal Beams are gonna be doing crazy damage. Don't forget to stand in your flourish to get that extra damage boost. We are shredding this guy. While I stand in fire. So we will use the aid now.
Nowhere to hide from me.
Yep. Alright, we're still looking for a few things from Demeter too. Well, probably more than a few things, so hopefully we can find some of those.
Get me out of here.
Okay, we are at our second hammer. Hopefully we get one of the multi flourishes. Oh, that hurt. Your attack deals damage in an area and briefly slows foes. Cluster bomb. Your special fires. Okay, so this is what we want. So we can do like this.
5-second rule. That was 5 seconds. Right?
It's gonna make us real strong. So we took the Cyclops jerky from Petrolocus, and we got the cluster bomb. So this gives you a lot more leeway in where you can stand. So you don't always have to be right on them when you're placing it. It's a little less damage, but if you get like what we got with Chaos, and you do extra damage because of that, it's gonna more than make up for it. You just want to put it out as much as possible. So if the crystal beams kind of cross them, which you get the chance to. Ouch. I'm gonna do this right quick. Gotta make sure you kind of stay in that circle. Oh, he went invulnerable to it. Yeah. That sucks. I forgot that you gotta wait.
Enough, short one.
Artemis's aid also kind of acts like an execute, so if you have privileged status on it, you're almost getting double damage too, so that's a great way to just blow something up. And we get Crystal Clarity. This is the other Demeter boon we want. That will round out the build and we'll pretty much be all set in terms of what we need from the two of them, but we're looking pretty good right now. Oh man, I didn't even realize those were there. Yeah, so with Crystal Clarity, oh, this is great. With Crystal Clarity, your beams are going to track better. And this is absolutely perfect right here. So we're going to be looking for a Glacial Glare from Demeter, and then probably Hunter's Mark or Support Fire from Artemis.
I'm grateful, Zagreus.
Unfortunately, we didn't get it, but while all foes are chilled affected, they are 15% slower in decay, so we're going to take that decay damage.
You're getting quite...
Forgive me, Lady Artemis.
So with that Hermes upgrade, we're able to put out even more crystal beams out quicker. You see how the beam moves so fast to track enemies now? And once we get Glacial Glare, they'll be out longer as well. So you're not always going to have to like be running around shooting. You can just kind of put your crystal beam out here and kind of let it do a lot of the work for you. And when you get a chance, you can just start unloading.
Good hunting.
Alright, so Hidebreaker. We'll take Clean Kill.
Check the old well.
Definitely need that guy. And we're gonna take this extra health here. Okay, nothing we really wanted anyway, so. Also, just a heads up, I am using Thanatos' companion, and it's really great for just exploding bosses. Especially if you have privileged status on them, you're gonna get a crap ton of damage. Pretty much works like another execute, kind of similar to Artemis's. See, they're already getting pretty exploded here. I might have been a little early on that. Wow. We should be dead? Yeah. 30-second fight.
A disappointing show for Glacius.
Perhaps your expectations are too high. Let's see here.
Okay, we're gonna switch to Lucky Tooth. I don't really need anything else from Artemis, so I'm gonna take that off. Alright, again. We're still looking for a dash. So our choices are pretty slim at the moment. So we may take a Hunter's Dash or Zeus's. Uh-oh.
Wrong chamber.
Uh-oh. Yes, this is definitely the wrong chamber. Definitely don't like dealing with this little shit. Remember to put down your crystal beams and your flourishes as much as possible. Wow. And that was a good fight. The Artemis's aid is so incredible, honestly.
I much prefer the gigantic.
Great, it's you, Zach.
Yeah, tells me.
We're gonna go with support fire. We don't really have too much passive critical damage. They're not gonna bother with that. I gotta save my money because I want to buy that tometer. Forgot, I do have some persuasions in case I get a chance to use them after these rooms. Alright, beautiful.
Already. I'll just take that.
So hopefully we get a Glacial Glare from
One state sack coming right up. Cheers, mate.
no, but we've got Ravenous Will, which is really good as well.
Ice cold.
I want to see something real quick.
Where to? By the three fates.
Alright, I wanted to see if we could potentially get it there. I didn't realize I forgot this. Crystal Beam, upgrade that. Yeah, you want to level up either your regular attack or your Crystal Beam damage, because that's where the majority of your damage is coming from. Also your Flourish as well.
See you, boy. Still chilly out here, thanks to grandmother.
You would take aim at.
Nice.
Yeah, we're doing big time damage to him right now.
What's wrong, boy?
And he's doing big time damage to me.
I'll send your wretches back where they belong.
That sucks. Alright, I wanna hit him with this. Alright, he's right in front of me, so it should hit him. Alright, good.
You're the one being hunted here.
And again, put down your Flourish and your Crystal Beam as much as possible. And then just stay mobile, because you're gonna get a lot of damage out of that stuff. You're not doing too much. I could be doing a way better job at staying mobile, but I'm not. Alright, that was scary.
Let's finish this then.
Try that again.
Come on.
Nowhere to hide from me.
That was big time damage right there. Oh, I meant to put out the Crystal Beam.
This is for your own.
him to disappear one more time before I use my, you know what? We're just gonna use it here.
Shall we drag into this?
Got him. That was really fast.
I shall keep coming back. You are quite strong.
Honestly, that went pretty quick. We only were missing one thing from the build, but we'll go over the essentials. So these guys. Alright, so, you know, the basics for our Strike and Crystal Beam. You want to try and pick them up as high as rarity as possible, because these are going to be your main damage as well as your Flourish. I went with the Dionysus Flourish, even though I didn't really want to. I'll put that in there. You can go with anything that has a curse. So, Dionysus, Aphrodite, Ares, those guys that have a curse off the bat, so you don't have to get any modifiers to make it a curse. Go with them for your Flourish, so you have an added status effect, because you're always going to have the Frost Strike status effect, and then eventually your Crystal Beams can inflict chill too if you get the right boons, or when you cast they inflict chill. So you know, whatever your preference is for the Flourish, for status, go with that, or whatever, just, you know, easiest to come by. But Frost Strike, Crystal Beam, pick these up as early as possible, because these are going to be your main damage dealers. Flourish, you know, can definitely do a lot of damage. We'll talk about the hammers afterwards. Crystal Clarity, this is going to make your Crystal Beams even stronger, and it's going to make them aim more efficiently, so that when they're out there, they're not just slowly lasering around like they do, because they definitely do that. And then, yeah, so you can take, honestly, because we didn't get a dash, so you can take either Hunter's Dash or Artemis's Aid. I prefer to pick the Aid, because if you run across a Divine Dash, you just want to pick it up. It's the best dash in the game, and the dash isn't essential to this build. But yeah, you have to take either that. You can even take the Flourish or the Aid, one of those, and then you need Crystal Beam for the prerequisites for this. That's why you want to pick up Crystal Beam as early as possible, and then get one of those basic things from Artemis, so that you can get access to this as early as possible. Only thing we were missing was, I think it's called Glacial Glare, which allows the Crystal Beams to stay out longer and do more damage as well. But yeah, those would be the 5 essential ones. Unfortunately, we didn't get the 5th, but you know, we got everything else pretty early, and that worked out pretty good. And we can go over the hammers real quick. Yeah, here's the Aspect of Eris. That's the gun I used. This build isn't necessarily specific to the Railgun or the Aspect of Eris. You can do the Crystal Beam kind of with everything, but I like doing it with the Aspect of Eris because of how the Flourish works, and you get more damage after you absorb your Flourish. So your Crystal Beams and your Flourish and your basic attacks will all do more damage, which allows you to just shred through people like we were doing. So let's see, what hammers did we get? We got Cluster Bomb, and then Seeking Fire. Cluster Bomb is definitely one of the recommended hammers for the Aspect of Eris and for this build, so you can get down as many of your flourishes as possible, so you get that damage buff easier. And then Seeking Fire, just more damage onto your basic strike, and let you kind of aim more loosely and still be hitting foes. But yeah, then we picked up some Artemis stuff, Hunter's Mark, Support Fire. These are both great boons that won't augment like any build too much, and like you don't want to, you're more focused on Demeter's boons in this build. But if you have to pick up more Artemis stuff, I definitely recommend these two guys, or Pressure Points if you run across that. Yeah, and then Ravenous Will is another great one from Demeter, because you're putting your Crystal Beams, your cast down as much as possible, and you're going to get extra, cool, I had an epic, so 30% damage. Take less damage as well, while you don't have any of your cast available. Yeah, and then, also from Hermes, we got, talk about Hermes real quick, and then this will be done, if I can find it. So auto reload, this is also prerequisite for its legendary, which is actually pretty good. There's two different legendaries depending on your mirror, and I think one of them is really good for Demeter and one of them isn't. But auto reload is great for Demeter, since you'll be able to put out more Crystal Beams faster. So these are all things, just to kind of be wary of, and maybe pick up if you're trying to do a a build based around Crystal Beam. But yeah, guys, that was my Ice Beam build. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Definitely check me out on Twitch. That's the link below. I run Hades almost every day, getting into speed running and still working on different interesting builds. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.